Good luck. All right, have my microphone muted there for a minute. Yeah, they just started right now. They kind of decided last minute to play this match, seeing as how they were both on and wanting to get it out of the way. Hey, Rosie, how's it going? Yeah, so let's see what's going on in this match so far. Man, Crazy just has this ridiculous pawn structure. That is going to be so difficult to try and get in. Yeah, takes with the rook. Now there's a little pawn pin or pawn fork going on here between the knight and the rook. I think taking with the pawn just would have led to a little bit of weakness, maybe. But Crazy doesn't decide to play for it though. Bishop g6, yeah. GSVC, I mean, potentially sacking the queen here, just allowing, playing knight h6 here, just allowing the queen to go. There's still a little fork going on here between the knight and the rook. There it is. Yeah, because knights and rooks are notoriously bad at defending against diagonal attacks. Chewy's just hanging out. Oh, Wolfie. Wolfie's here. Let's see if he'll join. Okay, cool. Looks like he is. This is kind of swung in Crazy 8's favor now. I'm not liking this. Not liking it for GSVC, I mean, anyways. Yeah, kind of just allowing that pawn to be placed. I mean, nothing to do to, excuse me, prevent that pawn from being placed there. Because GSVC preemptively placing on f1. Just sacking the rook, but then... I think GSVC recaptures. Yeah, this is kind of silly here. We just got a bit of recycling going on with this rook queen situation here. But this is Crazy 8's plan, anyways, to convert a convert a rook into a queen by doing this recycling. Yo. Are you sick?
No.
Oh, are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Don't know if you've been paying attention, Chewy. GSVC is playing Crazy 8 right now.
Yep, I'm kind of watching.
Okay. Yeah, this looks... Yeah, knight f5 takes, retakes with the other knights. King just runs out to c8 though. Capture the queen. Yeah. GSVC has to do something here concrete, I think. His defense is super flimsy right now. I think he's just allowed Crazy 8. Yeah, I think white time's out. Yeah, I think GSVC made a little bit of a mistake there, just allowing Crazy 8 to start his attack there on the back rank. Admittedly, I'm a little bit frazzled right now. I've been... What's this, the third match today? It's been hard to kind of stay focused. So a little bit of a space cadet action going on here. Yeah, what's gsvc have? Yeah, takes. Is he gonna take that? No, he's gonna try and knock that knight out. I don't understand what gsvc is trying to do right now. Yeah, a bit of a slow match going on here. Crazy not really making any headway with these attacks. gsvc still relatively safe. Bishop f2. Yeah, I don't know about bishop f2. Excuse me. I mean, you're attacking this knight. This knight's not really doing anything right now, though. That's the thing. Maybe the idea was just to fill f2 and then cover this diagonal here. Yeah, stacking pawn d2. Yeah, knight h5. Okay, here's finally a little bit of a more, not aggressive, but start getting in on the dark squares around the king. Although this knight is also defending these squares too. Yeah, lots of defense here on g7. So we'll see how Crazy responds to this. I imagine he's going to want to pick up a little bit of material. I think with the pawn here, yeah, picks up the bishop. I think he's going to want to take this knight and then play f6 and then get a little king, queen, or even rook fork going on here. So we'll see how gsvc responds to this. Yeah, so he plays h4. So I think he sees that coming, attacking and defending, although he's got nothing in the pocket right now. G3, yeah, just shooing that away. Excuse me. I mean, maybe that was his game plan all along here, was just to get g3, retreat to e7, and then that's kind of allowing down the road knight on g5, attacking h3 and g2. Yeah, and Crazy got himself into a little bit of time trouble again. He said after his last match with Man, I'm actually this match was like 20 minutes ago, and I'm drawing a blank. Who Crazy 8 just played? That's bad. Who did he just play? Plotkin. Yeah, so he said he was going to try and speed it up a little bit. Definitely, he was getting into a bit of time trouble, and it looks like kind of the same thing has started now. Yeah, interesting. That's okay. There's two bishops here defending. I think. Hmm, yeah, I talked earlier about a g5 knight attacking h3 g2, but this knight's just covering both squares. Yeah, a4. There he is. Yeah, is Crazy A making any headway here? Doesn't seem like it's
Oh, hello.
Locker. Hey Wolfie, how's it going?
All right. Did I miss much? No, it's still.
No, this is just the second match. They started 17 minutes ago, so
I see.
Mr. Wolfie has
Looks like
joined.
White is going out of ammunitions here.
Yeah, he's been attacking quite a lot, but it just hasn't really got him anywhere. But how's GSVC start his attack now?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about knight at e3. I'm not sure what the point was exactly.
I mean, the queen's covering all the diagonals though that are attacking the king. I mean, other than h4, I don't know how you really start an attack here. But
Yeah, interesting.
but if Crazy 8 has mate here, it looks like he does. Yeah.
I think Crazy 8 needed to do. Wow. Okay. I think, sorry, gsvc needed to rook at e2 instead of knight e3. Let's see.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at that.
Yeah, rook at e2 was the correct idea. Because then you can get knight e1 and rook takes rook f2.
Okay, yeah, just checking on that now. Yeah, rook e2. That makes sense. All right, Crazy 8 taking an early lead.
Yeah. Does he still have chances for?
This is his last
Oh,
match.
not really.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
GSVC and Crazy 8's last match. GSVC is still in first right now before this match. And Crazy 8 will finish, I mean, depending on how he does, he's in 7th right now with 28 points.
Yeah, because he played another match today, and I guess He didn't score enough points.
Yeah, it was just 5-5 against Plotkin earlier.
Right, because he needed something crazy like 19 out of 20 to get top 2.
Yeah, so now the big match will be, I think, Saturday with Larso
Larso, yeah.
against Jeff.
Yeah.
Larso needs 7.5 in order to claim second place against GSVC.
Yeah, and he will win the tiebreak against Chewy, right? Because of
Yeah.
one more match point. You see. I'm kind of curious what would have happened if Larso had the same number of match points. Then I think they also drew the head-to-head. So what's the next tiebreaker?
I'm not actually sure. Let's get Fumi in here too. He was on earlier actually.
Let's try to do some actual comments on the game.
Yes.
Knight f6 coming? No? No knight f6. Just took the bishop, okay. Interesting.
So what do you think? Knight f6 just to get the queen off of the pin on h3?
No, I thought knight f6 the previous move, but now it's a bit sketchy to defend, I guess. Okay, yeah. I was guessing something on g3. g4 also kind of works. He wants to bishop takes g4, f takes g4, and then the rook defends f6. So he wants to get some knight f6 with the rook defending. But I don't know. Just queen e3 now in between, and
Yeah.
black is gonna block the f-file. So even if I guess bishop f2 now. I don't know if black can get away with bishop g2. No, not really. Because then f takes e3 and knight h3 doesn't mate. And knight f3 is guarded by the rook. Okay, so he's just gonna move the queen now, like queen e6, I guess.
Well, he's going for it.
Oh, never mind.
No balls.
Never mind. He just does that and accepts the attack. Because the attack doesn't really do much. There is no pawn for white. And even if there was,
Yeah,
maybe there was
f8.
nothing.
I mean, even if he plays d7 or h7, I mean, nothing's leading to either. I think he just goes g7 here, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, there's repetition.
But g7, bishop f6, has to go h7, knight f8.
Yeah. Something like that, and then rook takes, knight takes. So he doesn't want. He wants the repetition. Wow. I think he could. What? Really? He's just keep pushing for more. He doesn't like the draw. I think this might have been an overpush by CSVC.
I mean, he's got nothing to lose, though. It's going to be hard to defend if he doesn't do anything solid here.
But he has something to lose, for sure.
So black goes c8, e7's covered, d6.
Yeah, knight e6, king takes, knight b5, king c8. And then what? Knight b6, mates, maybe.
That's
Maybe.
what Verdance is saying. Excuse me.
Yeah, so let's see 1 second. Knight d6, king c7, knight b5, king c8, knight b6. Wow, what? Queen f3? What the fuck? I'm very confused. Does he really think a7 was that good? Is this gonna be a draw? No, this cannot be a draw. It simply cannot, because knight e7 back and then king d8, and black can repeat the position triangulating, and white loses a pawn every time if he wants to go there. So yeah, what is gsvc doing? Wow.
What?
Yeah, that made zero sense. Now, yeah, queen takes g3 was maybe okay.
What is going on in this match?
So gsvc baited Crazy 8, and Crazy 8 went queen takes g3 without thinking too much. And then he had zero time to think, and then he didn't have anything. But I think it was enough to just block that bishop check, and yeah, this is kind of a gift. They're playing one of my lines. Interesting.
Fumi. I love the back and forth shit talking between you and Fumi that always goes on.
Yeah, friendly banter. Okay, this is very double-edged. The engine will prefer white, but
Rook G. That's a Larso. That's a Larso move there, isn't that? Rook G3.
G3. Yeah, I actually think it's okay position for black with pawn at g4 more than bishop, but maybe doesn't matter too much. So now white is baiting the queen trade, because I guess he wants d takes e5, queen takes queen, bishop takes queen, pawn at h6 kind of attack with pawn at g5, 8, f4. Black didn't want to trade queens, understandably.
I don't know. Was it? I guess was it a bit too slow as black to play pawn h3 or pawn f3 and just pick up the bishop, seeing as how it was pinned?
Pick up the bishop?
Oh, this is a couple moves ago. Like after
Oh.
15.
No, yeah, definitely too slow. Yeah, because if you trade a pawn for a bishop, you're not gaining much advantage, and you're throwing like two tempi for that. It's not critical enough. You could do that in a very like solid slow position, but this is not a solid slow position here.
Yeah,
You have to play very concrete moves.
Right, right.
Okay, on a g5.
Yeah, pawn g5.
Sacrificing stuff for tempi. So I guess rook takes, and then h4 or f4, one of the two.
Yeah.
h4. So the very good thing about e5 in this kind of positions is that the bishop on c6 then is a very good defender. So now I guess rook takes. Okay, pawn at g5, king g7. What?
Oh.
Okay, he realized that pawn at g5 doesn't have enough fool to really continue the attack, so he's saying something like, okay, let's keep the king on h6 and see if I can get something on the defense.
Yeah, because after g5, he's out of diagonals, and then black just plays
Yeah.
g7.
Yeah, I think queen c1 is a move that could be considered in some lines, but not yet. So maybe you can grab an extra diag in the process with check. Okay, so black is really defending g5 now, and also attacking g3. What now?
Okay, g5, sure.
Yeah, you might as well, since you're losing that pawn anyway, so might as well get some trade. And
Yeah, this structure here for black is very strong.
I was looking at rook h4 here, just because you want to immobilize that knight on h5. Isn't it? It's not probably a very good move, but it's a move.
Uh, h4. I wonder if h2 might be a little bit safer. h4, I'm just thinking like black just plays knight f5 maybe.
The problem with h2 is that I fear if black plays knight at h3, I want to be able to go king h2.
Right.
Maybe you can rook
Okay.
h2, knight h3, take it. But
Okay, so he goes h4. You called that.
yeah, it looks like you're giving a bit more of room to the king to move. And knight f3 is not a move because of the bishop guarding f3. Well, I mean, it's a move. It's just probably not working.
I just realized it was GSVC whispering to the chat, "How do I have eighth pawn in hand?"
Yeah, he's having fun. But I didn't expect such a good start from Crazy8 with a 2-0. Now I guess it's gonna be 2-2 soon. Yeah, but it's not so clear. It's not so clear.
Yeah, it's not over. Crazy Eight had just played Plotkin. They went 5-5 against each other, and then they agreed to play this match kind of last minute. And one of the things that Crazy Eight said was, "I have to start playing faster because like one of the matches, Plotkin still had 2 minutes 55 seconds or something, and Crazy Eight was less than 20 seconds."
Yeah, time is a factor. Here, White is self-destructing a little bit.
Yeah, he's got
And
nothing
I
here.
guess it's the time. So now he's just baiting queen takes, knight g8. But yeah, black is gonna attack and perhaps mate. Pawn at f3 mates. Or that. Much more creative. But okay, yeah, queen d2. Okay. Yeah, bishop h3 there. Weird technique, but a mate is a mate.
Mm.
I don't mind this position for black. Where did white go wrong here?
The pawn structure for black seems like on the king side seems a little bit weird without having like a bishop on g7, but I mean, there's no immediate threat. It just looks kind of weird to me.
Yeah, but I mean, this is not chess, so you can drop a bishop on g7 at some point.
Yeah.
Like now, there is gonna be some take f3, bishop takes bishop, and then bishop
Yeah.
at g7. No, I don't think he will actually do it, but I mean, you never know. Wouldn't be super surprised. I think also now you want to take c3. Probably.
Yeah, it takes c3. I imagine he's going to take f3 and then get some knights placed on either g5 or h4.
Yeah, it's an option.
We'll see where he goes.
An option. I mean, yeah.
Okay, c3. Castles. Okay. Yeah, but I guess if black does take f3, then you're allowing white's bishop on d3, that diagonal space all the way through to opening up that. So that's maybe not the best thing to do looking at it now.
It's hard to say because it's hard to find a clear attacking plan for black here. Maybe you want to try to take f3, then queen takes, knight g5, and then what do you do after, say, queen e2? There is not a real straightforward move. Probably you want to go, I don't know, knight h4.
Yeah, knight h4. I mean, gives you the attack on g2 as well. That's what I was kind of thinking. Okay, so what is he? Okay, so he goes g5.
So this might happen. Queen e2 and then knight h4. So here you don't want to give black tempi on the queen. So if you go up something like exactly, so queen e2, knight at h4, and either f3 or f4. I think that's what we're gonna see. Unless black goes knight at e4, that's also an option. Just to attack. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I mean, again, I pre-moved that. He saw that coming.
Yeah. He wants to succeed. Pawn at h3. Not saying it's bad. It's not my style. Okay. Knight c3. I actually didn't see immediately the point of knight takes e4. But the idea was that e takes, then knight at f4, and c takes, then knight at c3. I thought pawn at h3 was the obvious follow-up. Like you took a pawn, it's because you want to use the pawn. But instead it was more subtle than that.
Mm-hmm. But Crazyhouse down a significant amount of time. This is what I was kind of talking about, how he's taken way too long, and
yeah,
I mean, he's just sacrificed a lot of material just to gain a queen here, and now Now
Yeah, queen hit g7 is
GSVC
it's very
starts his
safe.
attack.
Queen takes and attack. I guess white doesn't care because knight defends g2. So can he get away with something? Pawn at g2. Okay, bishop at. Makes sense.
H3. Yeah, H3.
Yeah,
I
bishop
mean,
takes. Bishop takes, yeah.
knight takes, bishop takes, one of the two.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now black has no threat. This is gonna go south. Bishop g7, pawn at f6. Resign. I call it. What? What's he doing? This is bullying. Yeah, the attack is going on.
Queen C7. Oh man. Is rook H3 a move? No.
No,
Okay, H4, sure.
you can just take. But even then, like you're not really threatening much on h2 or anything. I guess bishop at h3 is the most normal. You're defending g4, defending h2 with putting a piece in between. Or just attack. Okay. Wow. Queen at. But that doesn't work. F takes. And knight takes, queen takes. So there's nothing. Oi oi oi.
I mean, good attempt for Crazy 8 as black there, but
Yeah. Indeed, he needs to be a bit faster. Okay, interesting early d6 by gsvc. It's a interesting move order. I think here white can just take f7 if he wants. Either that or bishop e2. I think are the most reasonable options.
then F7, and then what, are you going H5 with the queen?
No, no. If knight takes, pawn at e6. If king takes, bishop f4. I think. Actually, bishop f4, I'm not so sure, because knight g6 then. Knight g6, queen h5, knight f6. Oh, no. Okay, pawn at g5 here, maybe.
On G5.
Maybe.
B3, okay.
That's chicken move. Not very good. I mean, it's a very reasonable move, of course. Just feels like he's a bit afraid of committing. And black got out of the opening just fine. Or maybe just fine is a bit of a strong... he does have some development issues, but
Yeah, I mean, like knight G7 in order to castle seems a bit odd.
I think C6 or bishop D7. Bishop D7, okay.
Yeah, PKR said in the chat this line is very strong for white. F7, bishop X, F7. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was suggesting, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I also play bishop F7. I don't remember the follow-up exactly. So like king takes, I'm not sure.
Okay, H5.
Anyway. Maybe even F4. Oh, if king takes castle. Okay. Really?
At E6. Yeah, okay. Takes. Yeah, again, GSVC, or not GSVC, sorry, Crazy 8, taking a really long time between moves.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I understand it's not so easy to find moves sometimes.
No.
But also, I don't get the H4. Can black just take? Oh, it cannot. And why? Because he's afraid of bishop E5, queen takes E7, D7? I don't know. Doesn't seem very scary.
Okay, he's going for it
Oh,
now.
now he takes. Okay. Okay. Interesting move order because
Well,
he
now,
kind of allowed pawn at G5, but
yeah, that's what I was
guess.
just looking at. Like maybe he. Oh yeah, now that bishop's is trapped if G5's played.
Yeah, I mean, then he had bishop C3 and knight takes F2 and knight at G4 again or something, but
Does black
I
just
don't
play
know.
D5 here, or does it just kind of make F6 too weak after?
Well, I think black doesn't care at all about E5 pawn. Okay, apparently he cares more than I would have. I think I would have just taken E3.
Okay, there's that F6. Now, now H4 is hanging.
Right, but you can do.
I mean, either knight taking
Bishop
really,
takes. Bishop takes first. Okay, knight takes E3. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird move order.
Yeah, from both of them, yeah.
Yeah, from both of them, I don't really agree with.
Now, does white take G3 or go bishop G5?
That's a good question, but I think I would have taken G3.
Okay, knight F6. Well, I think
Problem with bishop G5, I think, is bishop F2 is not. It's a bit annoying, no? Then you have to take with the king.
Yeah. Okay, now is he gonna go? Okay, knight E4. Yeah, this looks much more dangerous now for white. Or for black, rather. It's a good attack for white, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. And right, but what happens after I don't know, queen E5?
Queen E5.
You just go knight at F. No, you just take G3 maybe. Or you go knight at F6 first and then you take G3, I guess.
Yeah, I think they take g3.
Depending on where the king goes. Actually, so knight at f6. King has to go to f8 because otherwise bishop at g5 is pretty good. So, okay, bishop at g5. What? Okay, he wants to get.
Guess he wants to pick the queen up here, maybe.
Yeah, but king d7? No. What?
Okay.
Bishop at h6. Pawn block. Bishop takes. King takes. Pawn at h6. What?
Pawn
Okay,
e7.
that was okay.
Interesting.
Right. What? Okay.
Yeah, let's look at the old stockfish here. So queen
So apparently
h4.
queen f2 was very strong. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, another very similar opener.
All right, so my bet officially is 6-4 for GSVC.
Yeah,
Or
what did I say earlier?
5.
I think did I say
don't know.
7-3? I can't remember.
Unless he gets the possibility to draw a game, then he will do it. And it could be like 5.5. I think at this point VC just wants to have the perfect cheat in match points.
All right, so knight f4. Yeah, bishop e2. All right, knight g5. Yeah, another knight h4. Yeah, a lot going on here. I wonder. I don't think Okay, h1. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think GSVC is gonna be the one to start trading first.
Yeah, king h1 is a typical waiting move. There are some theoretical lines where king h1 is actually the move.
All right, crazy attacks first.
Sometimes it goes king h1, king h8. Okay, so now pawn h3, I guess.
Yeah, pawn h3. That's what I was looking at. Pawn h3.
Knight h4, and then sack for pawn. Knight takes d4. Yeah? Is that the idea?
Although is bishop e4 maybe a little bit too slow. Okay, bishop e4.
No.
Yeah. You know, threatening pawn h3 now. And then I mean,
Right.
I guess if
Exactly.
F3,
F3
okay.
is what I would have objected to bishop e4 because you're allowing white to improve his position a little bit. I think with F3. But interestingly, he doesn't really care about the bishop, so.
I mean, Queen D7. I mean, what was the idea there? Queen H3 after that, but
I think it's more to get the queen involved later
right.
in some like now he wants a pawn, so I think knight takes d4 is coming at some point.
Yeah, knight D4.
Maybe not immediately because it's double covered g2 right now.
Unless he
So you
goes bishop. No, bishop F3 isn't a move, is it? Bishop F3 and then just pawn E4 after immediately.
yeah, it's an option, yes. Okay. Now he goes g2.
I do like F4, or sorry, G4 from white there.
Yeah, it's just forcing the hand. Because if black goes like f5, then he can scoop up the h3 pawn. So
Yeah, I mean these three bishops here are such a pain in the ass too to deal with as black.
yeah, but I think now gsvc can give back some material and he's gonna be safe. Like rook takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Just take everything. Okay, interesting. I would have gone rook takes first, but probably doesn't really matter.
Okay, G4.
Yeah, if you take with the rook first, then you kind of force.
I was going for.
I don't really get rook f6 as a move. An interesting move. I mean, I get the point that he cannot really defend f3 because then knight f2 would have come. But it's a bit of an admission of a mistake.
Yeah, so what's
Okay.
black need here for this to be? Oh.
That does nothing though. In g3?
Yeah, doesn't he need another diagonal for this to work?
But no, even he needs more. Okay, he just wanted to get the rook, but now white is completely safe. And he's gonna win. On a 2 king h1. No, okay.
Dennis, he's here.
Knight g4.
Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
matter of time at this point.
So I guess he just takes. King d2. Bishop e5. Okay, rook. Sure. And bishop d4. Not getting even one move wrong, correct. Okay. Interesting. What is that? So knight g1 or what? What's the idea?
What a silly game. Knight F3 now.
What? Oh my god! What?
Oh no.
What the hell? That must have been a slip or a bad pre-move.
Oh no.
That was not a beautiful game. That was
No, that was a mess
crap.
on both sides.
I mean, I do understand the pressure of the match. But wow.
I mean, realistically though, this match doesn't matter for either of them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, for CWC, it doesn't really matter, but I believe he would like to have the perfect score sheet.
Yeah.
And for Crazy 8, I think just a matter of pride of like having a good result because he's very close to Neutralizer, to Figlad, to Little Plotkin, and I think he's gonna pass them all.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not Figlad, but
Well,
he's gonna get fifth place at least.
I mean, what was the match earlier today? Man, my memory is shit.
He was playing Plotkin.
No, before that, there was a match in the morning. Well, morning for
Oh,
me. Who was that?
brown player against
Oh, yeah, brown player
Figlad?
against,
Jeffrey.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So right now, two things are clear. Brown player is in last, and he was clearly outclassed in the standings. I mean, congrats to him, of course, a very strong player, um, but yeah, it was clear there was a bit of a difference in level. And then GSVC is in first, and then Chewy and Lars are right behind.
Mhm.
Then I think between the other four, there was not that much of a difference in level. They were all pretty close.
I feel like Plotkin has been playing a little bit reckless, but I think that's just Plotkin's style, is to play
Yeah,
reckless.
I think that's not uncommon for Plotkin.
But
That's,
I think certainly Neutralizer, being the only untitled player, I think he has actually played very well considering.
yeah, he's a strong player. He's very solid.
Yeah.
Um, I think he does better against players like Plotkin that are a bit reckless and sacrifice a lot
Yeah.
and go for the attack always. He gets a bit outclassed maybe by the GMs or by the strong chess players, but he's very strong, of course.
Yeah, I mean, and even I couldn't, I wasn't able to watch the match, but I think Neutralizer taking out Plotkin 8-2 was a massive upset that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with blocking, it's always a bit unpredictable.
But I was
I
gonna,
think blocking and Crazy Eight are the two more like Dark Knights that are very hard to predict. They might have a very good match or a very bad match.
hmm. But Crazy Eight, I think he look at the times, 24 seconds to 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Yeah, but he's winning the match.
Yeah.
This I didn't really expect.
Well, in the last match, we were all kind of making a joke that Crazy Eight thrives under pressure, and that's when he plays his best time or his best games is when he's got less than 10 seconds on the clock. But Crazy Eight as well. I mean, there's a lot of not self doubt, but he talks shit about himself. I think he's very very critical of himself and his play.
Yeah, I think many of the top players are very critical of themselves in their play.
I mean, he'll during earlier matches weeks ago, we would not, I guess advertise is the word, but we would say, Crazy Eight versus whoever coming up in, an hour or whatever. And he would always say, don't bother, there's no point in watching these matches. They're not going to be good. I mean, even after he played Pluckin, he gives on the voice chat and says, well, those were fucking terrible.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I'm also pretty critical of my own games.
But
So I get it.
GSVC right now, Rook F3, is that the move or no Rook G2?
No, I think yeah, Rook F3 doesn't really work. I think he's gonna go Pawn G2.
Pawn G2 and just kind of, oh no, he goes for it.
Rook F3, okay.
Oh, he's trying to.
So he just takes the queen. Oh yeah. Doesn't really work, but he gave it a try. He was hoping for F takes G, I guess. Maybe now he goes G2. Okay. Maybe this is better. Okay, so now I guess what? Bishop takes G3? No,
Yeah, because I thought
just run.
Rook G2 seemed like the quicker way, let's say, to snag the queen there, because it looked like mate was shortly after that. So Crazy Eight would have had to taken the rook with the queen, but then
Oh,
for black though,
oh,
you're kind of sacrificing the knight and the rook to gain the queen though. So maybe the way GSVC played it, he still gains the queen, but he still keeps the knight on. Still
no,
keeps
of
the
course.
knight active.
That was the correct way to play it, and it was tricky. It was tricky, and it worked.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Stockfish just say rook at f3.
Rook at f3, or even better, pawn at e2, maybe. No, rook at
Uh,
f3. My bad. Yeah, rook at f3 is stronger.
yeah, e2-0. It's even.
Yeah.
Okay, g2. Yeah, rook g2 is just winning for white. Plus 10. Interesting. Yeah, because like I say, you gain the queen, but you're giving up a rook and a knight for it, and then you only have a pawn and a queen in the pocket after. So
Yep.
okay, GSVC did play that. All right, what is going on in this opening so far? GSVC going for a queenside castle. Okay. Big change from the previous lines.
Yeah, this is a theoretical line. And I think black got out of it decently. Oh, d3. d3 is unexpected. I didn't see it coming. So, what's the point? What happens on c takes? Queen takes, pawn at c2. Queen takes c4. Bishop b3. I
Does he queen sack?
I'm
Yeah,
not
Dennis. That's what Dennis is
sure.
saying. Queen takes c2.
Yeah, I guess queen takes c2 is an idea, but is it enough? So pawn takes, queen takes, pawn. Okay, so I
GSVC's
guess we
not going
see.
for it.
Yeah, he's scared of that. So now, wow. He doesn't have any more bishops though now. So what to do? Yeah, not enough bishops for draw. So I guess now, if queen takes, he's gonna take d3 with the bishop. No, he's just gonna take the queen. Okay, yeah. He's just gonna take the... Oh, really? Okay. Okay. probably I think it was better to just take the queen. Even though bishop takes, king a1, bishop d3, pawn at c2.
Yeah, but you're kind of forcing Crazy to make a critical decision here, though.
Yeah. I mean, they both looked good. I guess now queen d7.
Yeah, because I mean GSVC. Yeah, I mean he's perfectly safe here. Taking the queen first would have been a little greedy, but then you still got 3-4 moves until you're getting any sort of effective attacks on Black's king. Yeah, he's still trying to go for that d3 c2.
And I don't like bishop at c2. It seems a bit passive. I think I would have preferred bishop at d5. I mean, the only drawback is that you allow knight takes d5, pawn takes. And maybe you prefer to keep the knight on f6, because bishop takes f6 is a threat. But bishop at c2 looks very passive. Pawn at d5 was better. But what now? Knight at d4?
Yeah, knight at d4. I
Attacking?
mean, kind of, but then you're kind of giving GSVC the window on h6, I think.
Yeah, I think knight at d4 is too slow, but what then?
I mean, unfortunately, he's kind of committed a lot of his game to this specific attack here.
Yeah, and now rook takes the fate. Pawn at e7 is very annoying. So he has to go for something else.
There's that d4 now, but ooh.
Yeah, this is 1-0. And my bet 6-4 is still on the charts.
I mean, Crazy might swindle him yet, though.
This game, I don't think so. I don't see ways to swindle. Okay, I mean, it's not yet said. You're right.
I mean, GSVC can still blunder, though.
Yeah. I was just saying, Black doesn't really have any attack, but I mean, he could also defend his way out of this, maybe.
No,
No. No, he's just gonna try to mate. And white mates first.
yeah. The only thing I thought I saw out of Black was maybe Rook A1, Knight takes C2, but then you need another knight there to recapture on C2.
Yeah, that's he was trying to set this up with the bishop A4, because then he can take on C2, and then after bishop takes, rook at A1. This is what he was trying to do. Let's see if GSVC attack works, because maybe not. Rook H8 takes G7 takes, but he doesn't have enough diagonals. He needs one more. So the question is, can he take A4? And then he's threatening mate?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. So queen A4, rook H8, take. King G8 doesn't work, but maybe he's trying. Yeah. Okay. H5. Yeah.
All right, let's look at this. Yeah, so at D3.
This is a very theoretical line.
And then
Well,
B3. Yeah, bishop, excuse me, bishop B3, as you were saying. Yeah, black's just up -2 a little bit.
You're saying in the line where after C takes.
Yeah, Crazy played at D3. GSVC played Bishop B3, and then it was just slightly towards black on move 19.
Yeah.
But then Crazy just lost the edge, trying to still play those same moves over again.
Yeah, he missed knight e7. Knight e7 was critical. But let's see this new game, because they played a very also theoretical opening.
And I already don't like it for GSVC.
Yeah, this is good for white, undoubtedly.
I mean, like he's heavily favored the queen side. You got knights on C6, B4 that are doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't like knight at b4.
Bishop on D7 is also doing nothing. So we'll see if...
Yeah, you want to get the bishop out on c6 from there, usually, but yeah, now the knight on a5 is looking awful. So I guess, okay. He's also created an outpost on d5 for the knight. He's slowly rebuilding the position. So knight d5, and then bishop somewhere, like bishop d2 maybe, or bishop g3, one of the two. And then he wants to play for b4. And the knight is trapped on a5. The bishop d2 defended c3 pawn.
Yeah, this is kind of silly so far.
No, it's chessy. Okay, so that frees the c6 square for the knight in case of b4. b4 is no longer a threat. Knight e5, very good. I think that's just like, let's stop the bullshit and go for the real moves.
Knight b6, okay. Don't understand that.
Knight b6, wow. I also don't get it, actually.
I mean, is he trying to play knight c4?
I guess, yes. That's the only reason I can think of. He's trying to set up... Or maybe he was just defending d7 from bishop b5, bishop at d7. Like, since the only defender of d7 was the bishop on b5, maybe he was afraid of the trade and then drop on d7. I don't know, it looks wrong.
Yeah, GSVC's got himself into a little bit of a mess here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a terrible move. I mean, and then if white goes, just recapture with the bishop on c6, but I don't think white will go for it, though.
No, I think now you take b5.
Yeah, b5, and then what after that? Like, maybe bishop h6? I don't know.
No, I think b5, then you take c6, and then you go rook e6. I don't know if it was good, but it was funny, and it was maybe working. This, I'm pretty sure bishop takes b5 had to be the move, and then knight takes c6 looked good as well. Rook e6, why not?
Hmm.
It was a move.
So we got our bishop on c6 now.
Yeah, I guess you gotta do something about it. So either you take and then you go like bishop e7, bishop d5, knight f4, or you go for this. But I'm not so sure this works. Okay, yeah. It's e7 is coming and it's quite annoying. So maybe bishop d6 now, or maybe take f3, and then
Okay,
okay.
gsvc is just attacking.
Yeah. So now, what if white plays? I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking pawn at e7,
Oh, this
but
is...
that might work.
Yeah,
The queen f6.
queen... Oh,
What?
I thought he would have played queen f6 first.
Yeah, e2, and I think it totally made sense. This is just a bit weird
Yeah,
that
I
he
thought
didn't do it.
I thought queen e6, and then you get the black's king back on the d file, and then you play like bishop f4 and get a little discover check going on there.
This is mate.
Yeah, this is made anyways. Okay.
5-5. Oh, well, congrats, Crazy 8, for being the only one who could stop GSVC. Hold him to a draw.
A... Yeah, Stockfish had queen f6 first.
No.
Hey, good games.
Hello, Crazy 8. Congratulations on stopping GSVC.
Yeah. I was kind of warmed up, which gave me the early start, but still some very bad blunders and time management. My main issue.
Yeah, some crazy games actually.
Yes. But the last match I had, this one was okay overall. Like game 9, I was winning out of the opening, for example. But yeah, under
Wait, you were winning on the opening?
actually.
Were you?
Like, oh,